What's up? What's up? What's happening, everybody? Man, it has been a minute. Yeah. Welcome everyone. K Mega 405 coming to you live from the 405. I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers. Man, I know it's been a minute. And if I do a video, then obviously this is something that I just have to get off my chest, do it like this. Because I just can't talk to my wife about it because she won't know what the hell I'm talking about. And she will look at me as I'm probably crazy and probably will call someone to check me out, maybe get a therapist or something. But regardless of that, what's up? What's happening? It's good to start coming back to doing this, getting out of the funk that I was in for the last few weeks from my friend passing. I mean, if anybody that's watched Fight Night, I kind of explained it even in more detail, and just other things, just life. But I mean, I love doing this, always have, always will, and so it's just one of the things where you just got to step away and then you come back, step away, come back. As long as I've been doing this, I mean, this is just kind of like a second home for me. So what up with you? What up with you? What up with you, bro, man? What's happening? I just gotta say, man, thank you guys so much. I mean, the channel, I don't from where my channel is, I'm only like 100 and some subs away from getting to 4,000. And then probably some people are like, man, you only got 4,000. But if you look and compare to what other people with how much content that they push out, and for the little content that I push out, it is amazing that I even gain subs. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't hit out the algorithm that often, and when I do, it's good, and then I do something stupid to mess it up. But regardless of it, to still just keep gaining subs, even at a slow clip, is still amazing to me. So thank you guys so much. We're almost there to 4,000. Go ahead if you're new to the channel, or if you have been just coming and checking out my content and haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that, man. It is greatly appreciated. Let me hit that button. Let me hit that button. I ain't hit that button in a long time. So anyway, what's happening? I got to get into it. What up with you, Ferge? What up with you? What's up with you guys? Got to get it off my chest. Got to talk about it because I think um, it's kind of crazy out there in these gaming streets, man. So I mean, for what's been going on, how things have been happening, it is no doubt that when you go to social media, start talking with people, the other gamers out there, it's more toxic than I think it's ever been. I thought when I was in Facebook all those years ago, right when the kind of the beginning of the social media craze started popping off, and then I left, and then I came to Twitter. I think in 2014, 2015, maybe. Um, Heavy, I should say. It wasn't like what I see now, and everybody now seems to be on a negative kick for whatever reason. Like nothing can ever be satisfying. I was just looking at posts from people saying and coming out and talking about the Love and Thunder little trailer, just a little reveal trailer. Oh, I hated it. Did nothing for me. I got you. I mean, it's just a snippet. Like, can we look and find out a little bit more? But it is what it is. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I try to respect that opinion, even if I agree or disagree or whatever. And that's kind of like where we're going with this. What's going on with you, Bunty? With this whole situation, right? Because people are getting butthurt over opinions, but yet the same people that's getting butthurt over opinions are the ones that always give some kind of opinion. And it really just kind of like, really, like, are we really doing this? Like, it's almost comical because when you look at this from if you've been paying attention to this stuff as long as I have, and just just following and listening to different content creators out there, there's people out here that really think, I guess, people are just dumb or just can't remember or won't remember what people have previously said. Because look, for every time that I say something or post something, I mean, people will go back and try to hit me over the head with it because of something if I said back in 2019, 2018, 2020, whatever, and try to make a case for their opinion. It's kind of wild. But I mean, people just recently just say the craziest shit, and then they actually try to come to make you think that you're the person that's wrong, that you're the dummy, and that's pretty crazy. What up, child of God? What up with you, brother? So yeah, I just gonna for people that's been living under a rock in the gaming space and don't really know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna let some of these play out because it all kind of started from David Jaffe making a point. Now, I've had a run-in with David Jaffe a couple of years back. I posted something that he posted. He came at me and said that it didn't really, if that wasn't what he meant, and that I was trying to make it seem like something else. But I got to try to explain to him, like, then you need to clarify it better, because from what I seen what you posted, it's fine, no big deal, whatever. I still like the man's work for what he done. You know, he gave us God of War. I even bought Drawn Together, even though that wasn't one of his praised games, and of course Twisted Metal. Big fan of his older work, and I think, I don't know if he's retired or if he's still doing stuff. I don't know, but you know, I listened to some of his takes. Some things I agree with, some things I don't. I know he went left on that one think out loud type of take about the what would people do if they got trophies, and then, like, if you went after and took out LGBTQ people of color, would you do it type of situation, and that kind of rubbed people the wrong way. I was not in defense of him, but trying to make people understand maybe in his thought process, because I don't see him being a person like that's low key, one of those type of people that are racist or anything like that. I think he's a cool guy on that aspect. But I could see how that rubbed people the wrong way. But like I said, I do agree with some of his takes, just like with other people. Like, there's plenty of people out there, like Porter Rock, others out there. Like, I can look at that stuff and I laugh at it. Some of the stuff that, like, if it's outside of the gaming realm, we agree on the same things on that space. But J-Dub, all that. But this is a next level crazy to me. Like, I know that there's some crazy ass Xbox gamers out there, and I do understand that there's some crazy Nintendo people. I've got introduced to one because I was talking about Japanese games and how Xbox needs more Japanese games, and this is a really good look for what's happening right now in the start of this generation for the Series X. But I don't know. Some Sony fans is out here gotten really wild, like really wild. So I'm gonna let this play for a second, let you hear this, and then go over this, right? Like, so let's go.
That Jaff's career post God of War is a DLC since it's a compliment. Damn, y'all niggas are stabbing niggas.
No, I'm just curious. Does that come with a link to your LinkedIn? Guapzilla, what the fuck have you done, bitch? I have made multi-million selling franchises, both of which are being made into TV shows and movies, as well as sequels. So sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, or jump in the arena and compare your work to my work. How many people watch your show, Zilla? How many people follow you on Twitter, Guapzilla? You want to fucking compete? We can do it. But don't fucking try to act like you got something to say and you have nothing to back it up with.
All right.
Okay, so that's just one piece of that. Like, I mean, it's pretty wild over. I've been on Thrash's show one time. I'll play another clip of where Sick Humor, which I don't get the whole yelling thing. I just don't. I mean, because dude yelled at me for me asking him a simple question, and then he kept yelling, calling me stupid and this and that, and I'm like, bro, just answer the question. Are the SSDs, which it's funny because you don't hear them talk about the SSDs anymore. Remember, the SSDs were supposed to be what was going to make the PlayStation 5 way more powerful than anybody, right? So it's kind of funny to me because they don't talk about it no more. What up with you, Dirt? What's happening with you, family? Appreciate it, brother. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. He said, what's up, K-Mega? Keep doing your thing, bro. If I've ever lost my mind like this, please grab me and tell me to shut the fuck up. I will definitely do that. I will definitely do that. And you know what I'm saying? So thank you so much, man. I do appreciate it. Yeah, bless you. And go check out We Bleed Green. You know what I'm saying? The brothers do a good job, man. I know Dirt's been around for a long time, but I still consider them the newer generation out there with Xbox University, J-Rock, so many others out there. You know what I'm saying? I love this clapback. You know what I'm saying, that they're doing, because they do, it's funny stuff. I can't, Gandalf, he's a little wild, you know what I'm saying? Because I never was a person that liked the whole putting Phil's face on something or putting Jim Ryan's face on something like that, But with Dirt and them they do it in a comical way, not to be totally disrespectful or anything like that. But I never was a person that liked other people just disrespecting these people just because. But I mean, hell, they all 6-figure or more people. So I mean, hell, they can get over it, right? But it's crazy to me, right? Like, I mean, because you're listening to this podcast, and oh yeah, but let me get back. I gotta excuse me. Let me be old and let me be country. I'll get back to the sick humor thing, right? So when I was talking about I asked about the SSD thing. Dude started yelling at me like, yo, you're a liar, you're stupid, you this, you that, you that, and I'm like, bro, what are you yelling for? Why are you so mad? What are you mad for? I'm asking you a question. We're talking about games. It's not like we out here in these streets and you know what I'm saying. I stepped on your block and I talked to your girl or something. I mean, what are we doing? Like, I mean, I get passion, but then there's a line between passion and being irrational. You know what I'm saying? That right there, like, I mean, I don't get it. So the whole point of that, and I think dude blocked me or whatever, it's not no big deal or whatever, but it just blew my mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, me and King Thrash go at it back and forth. It's you know what I'm saying? I like the guy. I think he's funny, but I think he's not, he comes off as being not very bright because his math is funny, his direction is, but I think he knows exactly what he's doing. I think he's a smart dude. And it feeds into his base and it's the red meat for those people. So I get it, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't have a problem with Thrash at all, except for, you know, when he try to bring his people in and then they try to act a fool, and I ain't about all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a different breed of cat, bro. we ain't going left on that. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it about gaming and keep it civil. But like I said, you don't hear them talking about the SSDs anymore because, I mean, hell, there's games that's outperformed, or I should say, that are faster than PlayStation, and PlayStation has a better SSD. So it's just how it is. Just like how there's certain games that's developed and perform better on PlayStation than on Xbox. I mean, but regardless, the Xbox is still a more powerful console. It is what it is. But I just don't understand the whole yelling part. So I'm going to go ahead and let you listen to this part because this was crazy to me because you won't get to see it, but you know, but David Jaffe was making a point that I understood. And it seemed to me, how are so many people getting so pissed off over opinions when so many of them have these same opinions? I don't get it, because weren't they saying that Forza and Halo, well, mostly Forza, because Forza was getting all the acclaim and all the praise, and people were talking about being a game. It's DLC. It's DLC. It's DLC. Weren't they saying that? So why are they getting mad at Jaffe because he's making a point about God of War, which makes sense? It wasn't a disrespect, but I just don't understand why so many people out here are trying to justify what other people got upset about him saying, and then trying to explain to the public like we don't understand. Like, I've seen so many people, well, DLC is this, and it's not comparable to this, and it's not. We know what the hell DLC is, but I understood what David Jaffe was talking about. He wasn't disrespecting, and if you're in this game long enough, you know that you're going to have to repeat yourself 2 or 3 times in order just to let people know, hey, I get it. It's like I do it all the time. Like when I start talking about PlayStation, I make it a fact and make it a point. Like, I don't hate PlayStation. I support PlayStation. I buy PlayStation games. I sit there and I've been with PlayStation day one, but I'm not going to tolerate they garbage, they BS. I'm just not. And I'm going to call it out. And then you get the people, well, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, let me talk. Anytime you hear me talk about Halo and the Halo fans, the Halo stands out there that wants the same thing and don't want it to ever change from Halo 1 to 3, yeah, just listen to me go after that. And then I do sit there and have the sense to understand when Xbox is doing something that they ain't supposed to, I let people know. So again, whatever. But listen to this, right? I'm just let you hear this, right? Okay, so this man, all right, hold on, let's get it. Hold on, let's see if we can make that play. Oh, hold on, I probably got to read it. So, probably gonna have to do this again. Okay, here we go. I got to go back to it again. Let's see. All right, hold on. Is that it? No, no, I think this is it. Okay, hold on. Let's play it.
Some examples.
What do you mean? Give some examples.
You said
examples
every
of
single
what?
take on first-party Sony games is a terrible take. Give
Your
me
take on
examples.
Last of Us 2 was fucking terrible.
This game has absolutely made me a believer in the talent of that guy. I mean, that's not even true. I always knew he was talented. His just stuff wasn't for me. This is for me. I fucking love this game. Still not my game of the year. Definitely top 3 2020. This, wow, what a fucking game, man. Interesting and just wonderful. Omniac. Thank you, Marvel. Thank you in dark way in a lot of ways. Thank you, Spider-Man. Oh, look at this. That's another ratio's fucked up.
Oh, he's talking about Ghost of Tsushima, which
oh, look at this beautiful
love
game.
it.
Oh my god.
So let's just
goddamn gem of a motherfucking game.
Right.
It's so good.
It's fucking nothing. That's what the fuck it is. It's you trying to justify the stupid shit that you've said. That's what the fuck this is. Period. Now go ahead and talk to yourself.
You guys kicked so much ass.
Do that again. Do you call that passion or a little bit of psychosis? Like, I mean, what?
So good.
It's fucking nothing. That's what the fuck it is. It's you trying to justify the stupid shit that you've said. That's what the fuck this is. Period. Now go ahead and talk to yourself.
One more time.
I can't quit you. I can't quit you.
It's fucking nothing. That's what the fuck it is. It's you trying to justify the stupid shit that you've said. That's what the fuck this is. Period. Now go ahead and talk to yourself.
Now listen. Bruh. It ain't never that serious. It ain't never that serious. Ever. I don't get it. Listen. All the man was saying, which I agree with, is that God of War, when we seen the trailer for it, God of War doesn't look graphically enhanced like Horizon Forbidden West. Would anybody really say that I'm wrong saying that? The leap between Horizon Zero Dawn to Horizon Forbidden West is definitely significant. You can see it. You can see it. Now, I don't know how it looks like on the PlayStation Slim, but on the PlayStation Pro, it looks really good. On the PlayStation 5, it looks absolutely phenomenal. So if you're telling me that God of War Ragnarok has that same type of graphical leap, I would tell you you're a liar because it doesn't. It looks like this game is going, because that game is also going to be put on PlayStation 4. So again, it doesn't seem like it's going to have that same type of leak. Not saying that the game looks bad. I got everything that what Jaffe was saying. Like, the game doesn't look bad. I mean, hell, it was one of the best looking games of last gen. So the game is going to look great. And it's probably going to perform even better when you have it on the PlayStation 5. But the matter of fact of it is that it doesn't have that graphical leap. And so he said, like, you can think of it as DLC. And so, like I said, everybody's trying to make a justification and tell you, it's got to give you an explanation of what DLC is and what it means and try to show you the definitions and all that crazy shit. And really what it all is, because listen, let me make this point to you. Because if you can beat God of War, Ragnarok, whenever it drops, in less than, let's say, 60 hours. Okay. That's a big game. Some people say, well, there's not DLC that long. Yeah, there's a DLC that just came out that was called, Valhalla or Assassin's Creed Ragnarok. And that is supposed to be like 100 and you can play it. I think the just going through the story part of the game is around 35 hours. If you want to try to do everything within the game, it's 100 hours. But that's a DLC. So think about that for a second. Is Assassin's Creed Valhalla being disrespected because it's got a game that's got DLC that's going to be on it? Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't understand. Why are people upset over opinions and words like that? You just don't have to like it and keep it pushing. That's all you got to do. Like, I see takes from people every day when I look on Twitter, or if I see something on Instagram or on Facebook or on TikTok, whatever. I just keep it moving. There's some things that I might jump in and have a conversation with because I think it's interesting, but I do not just jump in just because of just crazy takes. If I think it's nutty, it's nutty. I might post it in the DM and like, look at this. This is funny as hell. That's it. But I'm not going to sit here and try to go to the links of what some people do to try to make it like this. And then all of a sudden, I never understood this about the PlayStation stand. This is all about PlayStation. This is a person that has worked with Sony games. These are PlayStation Pro people, and this is a PlayStation situation. Why the hell Xbox got to be thrown into it? Like today, I'm seeing, Starfield. It's going to be DLC, and then somebody going to say to me last night was basically, we'll have that same energy, and then going to show me pictures of Forza and some other games. I need to go and I need to check that. Hold on, let me look at that. Let me go try to find that. Let's see. No. Let me go look for that. Let me look for that. Oh no, I don't try to want to post something. This is different doing it this way. Okay, hold on. Let's see. No, that's just going back to the beginning. Hold on. Oh yeah, you can tell I'm turning into an old man. I'm over here forgetting how to get to where I need to go. Okay, hold on. Let me see. No, that's the back to what I'm doing. I can't do that right now. I don't know why. But whatever. But because I wanted to read it word for word what he was saying to me. He basically was asking me like, you keep that same energy when we talk about you've already done it. You guys have already said that these games are already DLCs. Forza's DLC and Halo is dead and all of this stuff. Like a lot of Xbox gamers are just accustomed to having hate from a lot of PlayStation gamers. It's nutty. It's really nutty, right? And welfare games, all that stuff. I just don't think that there's a lot of PlayStation fans that are equipped or understands that this generation is completely different from last generation. This is a whole nother ball game. And it seems like they're not understanding about the sales numbers. They always got to have an angle with that. It's got to be something with, Microsoft is cheating the system by trying to buy chips and everything else. But then on the flip side, they're cool with Sony keep doing the shit that they do about third-party games. Holding them hostage for 2 years plus. So wait a minute. So if Xbox was doing something with chips, then wouldn't that be considered business? Because that's what you tell us, is that it's just business that Sony's over here giving the bag to hold these games that are third party. I don't know. The contradictions is ridiculous. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? What do you say? What up, Don? What are you saying? He said, you said the same thing when it comes to that game. Yeah, you did, Don. It's the same thing. It doesn't look like it's a graphical leap. Nobody's saying that the game is not going to be great. There's nobody saying that the game is not going to perform better. Just the game doesn't have that same graphical push as Horizon Forbidden West. It just doesn't. Or if you want to go as far as just saying Ratchet and Clank, like Ratchet and Clank looks hell of a lot better than the last Ratchet and Clank that was on PlayStation 4. And that Ratchet and Clank on PlayStation 4 looked amazing. So you know what I'm saying? So for anybody who want to cap like that and try to say, well, you're being disrespectful to the developers. No, you're not. You're just making a point. Maybe and nobody, and me personally, when I thought that they would drop God of War, I thought it might have been only a PlayStation 5 exclusive, and then later on drop on PC, but not coming to the fore or anything like that. But so dropping that game as early as they did, that they're using the same resources from the last game. It's just plain and simple. They wanted to get the story out and push that. So I just don't like the fact that people attack people for something so minor and for people to have an opinion. Like I seen a tape last night where somebody was just completely just mop the floor talking about how Halo is awful. It's an old game. It should just kind of just wither away and die. I reposted it because I was just like, hey, I want to hear your take on it. I definitely don't agree with it, but what you guys think? And so people just gave their opinions, whatever. Was it disrespecting the man? Because I've had conversations with him. Seemed like a cool dude, but his take seems like he wants to do shock and awe type of stuff. I don't know. Or maybe he really legitimately think that way. Whatever. But I just don't understand why it gets to these levels where you have grown men and women yelling at people, then trying to be then trying to and then make up crazy scenarios to always seem like there's somebody that's a villain. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get it. Like you can badmouth any and everything you want, but then yet when somebody badmouths or gives opinion that you don't like, then you're a villain. Then you're bad for the game for the gamers. I just don't get it. It is nuts. Right, Don. Hivebusters was a big leap. You know, it was a big leap over Gears 5, and Gears 5 is a beautiful game. But Hivebusters is on another level. One of the best looking games you ever want to see this generation. You know what I'm saying? It's just only a bite size. But yeah, it's DLC, and there's nothing wrong with that. I never knew that DLC was supposed to be a bad word for a game. And then I also make this point back to these people that were trying to say, well, you got to keep the same energy when we say this about Xbox or whatever. I don't give a damn about what you're saying about. I don't give two damns. It's not going to stop me from playing what I want to play. Listen, I'm the dude that was capping for Bleeding Edge. I'm the dude that was capping for Sea of Thieves before it became really popular, and then other people shut the hell up and left Sea of Thieves alone. I was doing that. That don't stop me or deter me. When people was over bringing up in 2017, 2018, the Kraken is lacking and all that crazy shit, I'm like, look, that game is going to be huge. And I thought Bleeding Edge was going to do the same because I thought that they were going to keep dropping content, and it just didn't resonate because it didn't have enough content. And I even was capping for Crackdown 3 story mode, not the multiplayer, because the multiplayer was, it wasn't bad for what they offered, but it wasn't what they told us, and they deserved the scrutiny behind it. But the story mode was fun as hell on Crackdown 3. Pretty looking game. It didn't live up to the potential of what everybody was expecting, me included. But you got to be honest. When something doesn't look right or is not up to par, you just got to come out and just say what it is. Doesn't matter what up, Rain? What you side with. I mean, everybody has a preference for something, right? And I think people keep trying to be a fake neutral, and really in reality, it's okay to say, look, man, I'm an Xbox gamer first. I don't care. Now I've sit there and just went on a recent gaming spree, buying some games, sit there, renewed my PlayStation account, and I haven't even really played on my PlayStation. Why did I do that? Well, I'm still looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with this PlayStation Plus thing. I'm still trying to have hope because I care more about the backwards compatible situation than all the rest of the stuff, because I just like the environment in Xbox a lot better than PlayStation. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I bought me some Nintendo games and bought me some PC games. And I mean, look, that's what gamers do, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But 90%, I would say 85 to 90%, I'm on Xbox. And it is what it is. So when a PlayStation fan tells you, hey, I'm PlayStation, this is that, whatever. Yeah, so great. We're gamers. We're cool. But this yelling shit, this venom, this hatred, this disgusting. You said what size hat you have? I don't know what size this hat is. I don't know. I just got it up. You know what I'm saying? A little warm in this room. I need to turn this ceiling fan on because I have the door closed, but it's getting out here getting a little warm. So you know I'm getting a little toasty up in here. So that's why I got my water just in case if my big ass fall out. Please call 911. Anyway, but no, man, I just personally just don't understand why people are taking this to these degrees, to these levels. It doesn't make any sense. And it's dangerous. I think people yelling at people to that degree over gaming is dangerous. And listen, I've had my moments. There's times that I've sit there and I've got into it, and that's when I say, yo, I need to pump the brakes. I can't do this. I'm out. Because I ain't get off work to get on this podcast and to sit there and to be yelled at and me yelling back. All what I'm trying to do is make points. You know what I'm saying? I ain't getting paid for this. you know what I'm saying? I ain't getting anything from it except for just, I guess, exposure. But the point of the matter is, it's not even that serious. So, like, step back. And that's the thing for me is where this is supposed to be fun. You know what I'm saying? These are electronic toys, like my grandfather used to call them. Like, why are we acting like this over electronics when in all actuality, we can have opinions and we can have difference of opinions and talk about it and discuss it. That's what I'm saying. Like between the whole situation between me and King Thrash, because King Thrash was making up this funny math with the PSN numbers and the PlayStation Now numbers and trying to double the numbers and then try to say that it was significantly higher than Game Pass, which is, Game Pass is 25 at that time. We know it's probably higher now, but it's 25. And so he was trying to make this point. And I'm like, well, why are you not talking about Xbox Live, subscriptions? He really couldn't give an explanation, but his only thing was trying to say that he tried to post something about the users on PSN, not the subscribers, because we know altogether that's 51 million. That's included with the PlayStation Now, which is only like 3.2 million or something like that, right? That was the numbers from December. So they could be up, they could be down, who knows, right? But anyway, long story short, the whole point of that was that I'm like, look, why are you misleading your followers, your listeners, making them? And there's another thing too that just trips me out. Every time that there's just something just silly, just say it. Like I see that one chick that Kids Move said had big feet, right? You know what I'm saying? She posts just anything, don't make any sense whatsoever. 100, 200 likes. Like, I'm not tripping on it. Like, but I'm just like, what? Why are we liking that? Like, who's liking this stuff? Like, what? Just because it's just negative against Xbox or negative against? Well, that's mostly primarily that what she's negative towards is Xbox. Like, what? Yeah, Shady, we know you like to live dangerously. You know what I'm saying? Callie, I don't know. I think my boy Callie, he's so far gone now. I think he's just like, you know what? My PlayStation's going to be right here on my side, but man, I'm just going to go to the PC master race. That's just where I'm going. I can't just mess with this. I gotta just kind of slither away to the PC side. So I think because I don't see my boy capping for PlayStation like he used to. I know you're still a PlayStation fan, but I think that, I don't know, maybe you get worn out from this stuff too. I think it's really crazy. I don't know. I just don't get it. I love to have conversations about gaming and stuff. I know, that's what I'm saying, Shelly. I just don't get it. What, like, you could say anything, and I'm looking and I'm like, what? That's just getting 25. Like, somebody could just say something just absolutely wild. 30 likes. What? Like, who's the 30 people that accepts some kind of that type of like, I don't know, man. But it is a trip. All I know is that bottom line, like, people, this sounded too unhinged for me. David Jaffe was not being disrespectful towards God of War or the developers. And really in all actuality, that's his baby. So, for what they did, and, other people could tell you, I made videos and of course they threw it all across the PlayStation communities and stuff about when I was not on board with God of War, from what they were trying to change it, because, it was like, what? He's a father and he's doing what? And he's where? And he's doing what? And they changing what? Like, I wasn't feeling it. And a lot of diehard God of War fans were on the same boat as me. It's just that they didn't open their mouth, or they just didn't have the same type of exposure, I guess, as I do, or whatever. But I just made my point, said my situation about what I felt about God of War. Didn't disrespect anybody who would get it, support it, do like this, like, and then when I was gifted the game, I had a whole different, and I came out and I was honest about it, and I did a review, and I was just like, look, man, this game was amazing. It blew my mind. Like, yeah, okay, Corey Barrog, I apologize. Y'all are doing something special with this game. And I'm excited for Ragnarok, but Ragnarok doesn't look as good as Forbidden West. And if the game is not I don't know. I mean, kind of reminds me of the Spider-Man situation, the Miles Morales. Miles Morales, yeah, and I still have a place. It's a special place in my heart for the old God of Wars. Like that's just, I mean, he's an anti-hero, and I think they wanted to make him more. And I mean, it's just like in real life. When you get older, you get smarter, you get wiser, you get more calm. So I got that. They humanized him, and I felt it. You know what I'm saying? I got it. I got the whole thing. Now the whole crazy shit where they were talking about like he's the dad that you want to be and all that. I'm like y'all are tripping. But you know what I'm saying. But other than that. No, the game was really good. But yeah, like with the Spider-Man situation, are people really? I mean, they got mad about that, like because there wasn't a significant leap. The game looked like it was supposed to be DLC, and I believe from there was reports that it was supposed to be DLC, but they just made it into its own game so they could sell it for $70. And okay, good deal. They're not saying that the game was bad. Not saying that the game was, as short or bite-sized like Hive Busters was, but I don't think that the game was as big because I have not beat it. I did buy it, but I did not beat it. And I don't think the game is going to give the same amount of hours like you can for, like I said, Assassin's Creed. I said Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed Valhalla's Ragnarok, because that is a massive DLC. And The Witcher's DLCs, not all of them were really big, but there were some that were really big, and it took a lot of time to knock out. So it's not an insult, and it's okay. And okay, and just check out for this, like for the Inquisition. Well, I can't. I'm having a brain fart. But I said the last name of the game, so please hit me in the chat. Inquisition. Those DLCs were long. Those DLCs were long. The last DLC for Inquisition was insane. Was really long. It took me about 50 to 60 hours to beat that last one. And but it all came ahead. It got me set up for the next game to be coming out, Dragon Age. That's it. That's right, Dragon Age. And it's set up for Dragon Age 4. Cannot wait because all the DLCs were worth it. Nothing wrong with that. So if God of War doesn't look any better, and it is, and if people saying it, then it's okay. It's not an insult. It's okay. It's just an opinion, and you don't have to agree with it, and you don't have to like it. So I don't know. Let me read this. Let me read some of these chats. You said if I was into a game like God of War and someone said it looked like this or that, I wouldn't care. I would still buy it and enjoy it. Right. That's it. Like, you gave more attention by trying to make something that that Jaffe said that, and he also clarified. He kept trying to explain it to you multiple times that this wasn't an insult. This wasn't something that, but he gave his take on it and his opinion. Okay, keep it moving. You're still going to get it. You're still going to support it. There's still going to be people showing the game out there. I'm sure the game is going to look just as good, and I'm sure it's going to probably look a little bit better on the PlayStation 5. So what's the problem? What is the problem? When people say something about, like I said last night when they was bringing it up about Forza Horizon 5, I'm just thinking like, okay, what about it? I know what it looks like on my television. I know how it plays, and I'm loving it. Why should I care? So I don't know. You said you're a fool, right? He said Kratos wears skinny jeans. You said you're not playing it. Nah, I don't think he's gonna be wearing skinny jeans, bro. I don't think they're gonna be doing that. But yeah, man, I just want to. It's good to be doing videos again. I will be doing another one this week. I definitely will. I just had to get this off my chest because I just thought this was just loony. It is, to me, we're getting at a point to where people are being way extra. The yelling, the trying to be, trying to act hard when people are hundreds or thousands of miles away. The level of disrespect. I mean, we're all men, and all men here. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get the whole point of why another man would want to yell at another man over video game. And like I said, I've had my weak moments. I know I've sit there and I've done it, but I backed off. Like I'm like, no, because that's when you get into shit that you ain't supposed to, and then it just shows that you still have some more growing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I just, you know what I'm saying, and I'm like, no, because like I said, I don't want to come into talking about games or or being in a discussion with somebody having a different opinion and being mad about it. Why would anyone be mad or try to get to that level to make themselves? That ain't passion, Jack. That's something else. That's low key something else. So, oh yeah, well, you're right, Callie. Thank you. Old man talk. This is a live stream. This is not a video. You are correct. So, it is. It's very embarrassing. It's cringe. It's cringe. I just I don't know. I mean, people like disasters. That's why reality TV is like it is. I just can't do it, Jack. I just can't. I can't. I just got to give my opinions, keep it moving, and that's it. But I hope you guys have a great one. I really do appreciate it. We'll GRG Friday night, Thursday, of course, next podcast on Xbox 448's channel. If you missed GRG last Friday, really good show. Xbot dropped by, One Bad Mother dropped by, and Yobi was trying to get in, but he couldn't. But we was having a great discussion. I gotta get the band together so we can talk about Halo, about what's going on, because we really wanted to get into that conversation. And I know One Bad Mother was really wanting to keep it going, but I was like, man, we already 3 hours into the podcast. We gotta wrap it up. So I gotta get Don by, and that's right, Xbot was on the show as well. It was Don by One Bad Mother, and then anybody else that might want to be down to talk about some Halo. We need to get together and have a little discussion about the new stuff that's going on with Halo. Can that make that, Halo is probably, and I agreed with One Bad Mother, this is probably the lowest point where Halo has been, probably ever. Because, regardless of what people may say about Halo 5 it's still, I think, the most successful Halo as we speak for right now. I do think that Infinite's going to just take it off, but once they get the content in. But what will season 2 offer? Will it be enough until they get to season 3? Because season 3, I think, is when we'll really see the true potential of Halo Infinite. And I only think that Halo 2 is only going to be a bite size. But I got to get the band together so we can talk about it. Devin the Gamer, we got to do that. And then here in a couple of weeks, this month, the new podcast is going to be dropping. Going to be completely different. So I hope you guys keep supporting, because I really do appreciate it, man. And like I said, thank you. I'm just a few away from 4,000. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm only I think 400 from 7,000 on Twitter. Go ahead, if you haven't got me on Twitter, go ahead and do that too as well. And really do support. Support everybody. Show love. Just do that, man. But thank you guys so much, man. What'd you say about OKC? You said OKC come and get red. No. Westbrook can definitely come back when he's for his ceremony, for his retirement ceremony. Or if he wants to come off the bench, stay, get a year in, teach the young guys. But this is a new era for OKC, man. This is Shay's team now. This ain't, the era between Westbrook, Durant, that's over. We starting a whole new thing. And I think now with this draft, oh man, we're gonna have 2 lottery picks. Woo, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun seeing the Thunder keep making it come back. So but no, when Westbrook gets a statue, that's when the man can come back. Much love to Wes, but you know what? The ship is sailed. He wanted to leave. We keep it pushing. That's it. All right, guys. I'm about to get the hell out of here before I start talking about sports, because I watched basketball all weekend. It was great. Everybody have a good one. Till the next live stream. Thank you, Callie Rex. I'll be back. I'll holler at y'all.